What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with some more new look rebuilds. As today we're going to be doing the team that always beats me in these videos when we get to Super Bowl, and that being the Dallas Cowboys. Before we get into today's video though, guys, if you could drop it a like, of course subscribe if you're new around here, that would be greatly appreciated. The support on these videos have been honestly amazing, so thank you guys so much for that. Definitely give yourselves a little bit of a pat on the back for that. But regardless, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this Cowboys roster, kind of look at who they drafted, and we'll kind of see where we're going to go with this team. So, honestly, the Cowboys are already kind of geared up to be really good. The one thing they did do this offseason was trade Amari Cooper to get off his contract completely, so that's something you could definitely be upset with for Dallas. But, of course, they have Ezekiel Elliott still, which I'm assuming his career in Dallas could be coming to an end soon just because his contract's so big. And I could definitely see a world where Jerry Jones just decides to cut him away if the team doesn't succeed this year and kind of just roll with Tony Pollard. I don't know. I might just be talking crazy. Maybe you Cowboys fans don't agree with that. But regardless, you have Tyron Smith. They took Tyler Smith in round 1 out of Tulsa. And then you got, I don't even know how to say this guy's last name. So his first name is Tyler. There you go. And you got Zach Martin, Terrence Steele, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. There you go. Young offensive tackle. Dalton Schultz, who they franchise tagged. Michael Gallup, who they paid, and like I said, they traded They traded Amari Cooper to pay Michael Gallup and keep him around, coming off an ACL injury. They signed James Washington, and they drafted Jalen Tolbert as well in the 3rd round. And defensively, you got Leighton Vander Esch, of course, Micah Parsons, an absolute all-pro rookie stud, absolute freaking monster, man. That guy's a damn beast. But here's your linebacker core, and then I actually have some star development guys in the depth chart, so I'm going to move Sam Williams, who they drafted in the 2nd round, and you have Trayvon Diggs, of course. Loves to get a lot of interceptions, but also gives up a lot of yards. So, he's a decent corner, but I think, giving up a lot of yards is not a good look. So hopefully he fixes that a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and submit this season, of course, like we usually do. As you guys have seen in the previous videos, the Cowboys have always beaten me in the Super Bowl. So hopefully today, when I take them over, we win the Super Bowl. But, I would not be surprised if we did not. And we didn't make the playoffs because it's me using them, and Madden hates me. So at the end of the season, we did win the NFC East, went 10-7, which is honestly where the Cowboys could be this year. They could definitely win the NFC East again. Apparently the NFC East has like the easiest strength of schedule this year, so maybe the NFC East has like 2 playoff teams out of it this year. Who knows? We'll see. But looking at the player stats, we had offense 5th in the NFL, which is not surprising. Cowboys offense has always been really good. The defense was 12, so defense definitely stepped up and improved. One thing I will say about the Dallas Cowboys is they always find a way to just screw things up for some reason. Obviously, in this playoff game against San Francisco 49ers, their offense didn't get going until like the 4th or 3rd quarter, which is just not good. Got to come out hot in the playoffs, and Jimmy Garoppolo came in and beat them. 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, CeeDee Lamb did his thing. Gallup did his thing. James Washington, Dalton Schultz. And I don't think Jalen Tolbert got any run because of James Washington, so we'll see if we want to change that next year. And then defensively, sacks-wise, we had 10 from DeMarcus Lawrence. 7 from Micah Parsons. Like I said, this man, Micah Parsons, absolute freaking stud. So, wow, we got a achievement. Future of the franchise. Reveal a rookie's X Factor potential. So, I just realized Micah Parsons got Superstar X Factor immediately, which is cool. All right, well, we're going into this playoff game. Going up against, who was it again? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, I think the Cowboys and the Bucs are actually playing week 1 again this year. But this time it's going to be in Dallas. So, we'll see what happens there. But let's see if we can come out and beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against Tom Brady in our first playoff game. Wild card weekend. Like I said, man, the Cowboys always find a way to screw things up. And in Madden, it's not going to be that case. We're going to come out here and win. Leighton Vander Esch gets an interception of all people. But no, we got the Bucs coming down and scoring touchdown. And they're going to go up 14-3. Yep, there we go. Not a good start. This is kind of your usual thing, especially for me. And now we're going to have... Okay, it's 21-6. So far, not good at all. 24-6. And is this how it's going to end today, boys? I don't know. Well, we're not going to end the video off of that, obviously, but wow. So we're going to come into our first playoff game, and we are going to lose 34-20. We did not play well at all, but I promise you, if I was the Buccaneers in this situation, the Cowboys would have dropped 50 on me. Just saying. But I guess we have an offseason to try to prove the team a little bit more. Definitely sucks we got eliminated in round 1, but it is what it is. So going into this offseason, looks like we're going to have about $53 million in cap space to work with, which is really nice because we can honestly try to keep improving on the defense. I like a lot of my defensive players, but if we could get even better on that side of the ball, I think we're going to be unstoppable. So 84 overall defense, 88 overall offense, and then you got your free agents like Leighton Vander Esch. I think I'm not going to worry about James Washington this year because, like I said, we do have Jalen Tolbert, so I'm going to try to get him back. So let's, of course, start this off with getting Dalton Schultz back to keep him as my tight end, though. So we'll keep Dalton Schultz as our solid tight end. And then Leighton Vander Esch, I think I want back as well. Star development, 26-year-old middle linebacker. Also got an interception in that playoff game. So Leighton Vander Esch. And then James Washington, like I said, I'm going to let walk. And I think I'm going to be okay with that. So let's just go. Wait, hold on. Never mind. I'm not going to go back to that. So let's go to day 1 of free agency. And let's go ahead and see what we could take a look at and see what our team looks like. So if we take a real quick look, we got Dak Prescott, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele, Dalton Schultz, Michael Gallup, and then Jalen Tolbert is going to actually play some slot this year. So hopefully he develops really nicely. So yeah, I like my offense a lot. I mean, the tackle position could be better, obviously, but Tyron Smith's going to be a free agent eventually. So we can kind of worry about replacing that all together. Kind of want to look at the defensive side of the ball. We have Sam Williams, who is a 76 overall. You have DeMarcus Lawrence. You have Trayvon Diggs. My safeties aren't terrible. My corners are decent. And then obviously my linebackers, we need another outside linebacker, and then we need another nose tackle. So let's get spending in free agency, shall we? And of course, we still do have the draft as well on top of that. So if we go to free agency, and there may not be a ton here, but you have like Akeem Hicks, who I think could actually be solid for a year. Melvin Gordon, Odell Beckham, which we don't really need another wide receiver. James Bradbury, of course, has been released in real life, so I guess we wanted a James Bradbury, we could grab one. Jayon Brown is out here, and he's a scheme fit, so I could kind of adjust my linebacker position right now with Jayon Brown, I guess, which actually I kind of feel like I want to do. Anthony Barr also here, so he could be interesting as well. And then Boston Scott. But I think I'm going to go for the 27-year-old Jalen. I think it also, let me look at nose tackles we have here as well. So nose tackles we have Akeem Hicks, Derek Noddy. You got Linval Joseph, Malik McDowell. Oh my goodness, there's some actually good nose tackles here. Okay. So I'm going to for sure spend on Jayon Brown just because I don't want to have to worry about linebacker in the draft. So Jayon Brown, I'm for sure going to grab real quick. So I'm going to grab Jayon Brown to be another linebacker for me. And then as far as nose tackles, I'm going to get one of these defensive tackles, Akeem Hicks. I'm going to go for Derek Noddy personally. Put him on the defensive line, and he'll be 26 years old. So that's going to improve my defense a little bit more. So Derek Noddy. And then we got a offer on Jayon Brown. Is there anybody else? Free safety, you have Devin McCourty. Which he's too old for me. Strong safety, you have Ronnie Harrison, Tracy Walker. So none of these guys are standing out that much for me either. And then cornerbacks, I saw Nick Needham here, and I kind of want him. Sauce Gardner is also here for some reason. I'm not gonna sign Sauce Gardner though. He shouldn't even be here. But I'm gonna sign Nick Needham to be at my third corner. And let's see if we get all those guys, and I'll have about $18 million remaining after all that. So let's see if we get everybody there, and that'll improve the defense just a tad. So hopefully we get everybody we were kind of shopping for. If we get all 3 of them, we do. So that's going to improve the defense. Went up to an 86 overall. And we're probably going to go all defense in the draft as well, potentially, like the Cowboys did like last year, which was really nice of them. And obviously kind of worked out with Micah Parsons, of course. So if we take a real quick look, offense is still fine with me. Defensively, you got Jayon Brown. I'm going to move him to the right outside linebacker and hope he's just decent enough there. Could even also move Leighton Vander Esch there, but I'm going to move Jayon Brown there and just kind of hope it works out. So Jayon Brown is going to be my linebacker with this team. And then, like I said, defensively, we also got Neville Gallimore and Derek Noddy now. So I like that. My defensive line's all-star development. My strong safety is kind of whack, not going to lie. Darren Curse is solid. And, of course, there is a guy I could always draft, but I feel like I draft him every video, so I kind of don't want to draft him today. So I'm going to try to do something different there. So I would not mind like trading for a strong safety, to be honest with you. Just kind of give myself like a guaranteed good player there. So we'll take a look at that for sure. Free safety, my draft as well. We'll just kind of see what the draft has in store for us. Might make a trade real quick though before draft night, because like I said, would not mind like trading for a strong safety who maybe is on an expiring contract that the Cowboys could use, because we definitely could use some safety play for sure. So I'm getting aggressive here before draft night. I'm getting Adrian Amos from the Green Bay Packers, trading 2/3 and a 1/4 to get him. I know he becomes a free agent next year, but I'm looking to win now. So I think Adrian Amos definitely gives us in that position. And of course, it also stops me from having to draft a strong safety in this draft that I always freaking get. Jalen, I feel like I draft him way too much. So I gotta steer away from that. So defensively, we got Adrian Amos, who's also a good scheme fit. So that just adds on to the defense. And that definitely does not stop me from drafting defense still in this draft. So definitely be aware of that. So let's go into this draft and let's see what we could get. I don't even know where our draft pick is going to fall. Traded our 3rd round pick though. So we're only going to have round 1 and round 2 to improve, which is totally fine. So let's go to our 20th overall pick and let's see what we have on the board, shall we? So at round 2, pick number 20, we have Tate, we have Smalls, speed rushing linebacker, which honestly, the fact that he's fallen this far, he does not have great coverage, but he's good. And man, I'm going to take him though. We could use another linebacker. So hidden development linebacker, welcome to the team, my friend. And then let's go to our second round pick. And honestly, it really doesn't matter what's here. I'll just kind of take whatever is available to me. So taking a real quick look, I don't want to go linebacker again. I have a quarterback. We do have a strong safety, but I just traded draft capital to do it. So you have Alfred Collins, who I love, obviously. He ends up being a beast. Zacchaeus Walker, also not a bad option. Peyton Wilger. We could take a right guard, and I know he's decent. Warren McClendon, EJ Williams, and then Stephon Thompson. But honestly, I think I'm going to take Alfred Collins just in case DeMarcus Lawrence continues to regress and he won't be good. I don't know if that will be the case, but I'm going to take Alfred Collins, just going to add more on my defense, and feel pretty good about that pick. So after that, we really don't have a pick until round 5. So I think I'm done. We got Adrian Amos, got Alfred Collins, and we got Smalls in the draft. So feeling pretty good about that, to be honest with you. So looking at the team going into season number 2, this is what the offense looks like, which it really didn't change too much. The only thing we're changing is we're giving Jalen Tolbert like the keys to the slot position. And then defensively, we have Micah Parsons, Smalls now, Jayon Brown, and then you have Alfred Collins sitting behind Sam Williams there. So, or Sean, what's his name again? Isn't it Sam? Yeah, it's Sam Williams. Okay, that's what I thought. So, only other thing I want to take a look at, I guess our scheme is actually 92% scheme fit. So we're going to leave that the way it is for now. And then we're going to see how this goes. I do want to put Neville Gallimore still over Hill here, though. That way that looks good for me. And then offensively, again, it's all really the same. And our scheme is an 80%. So do I want to change the offensive scheme is the question. It was an 80%. Did we get higher anywhere else? And no, it doesn't look like. So I guess we're going to stay at vertical zone run and leave that the way it is. So we're going to simulate this year, though, with this kind of a new look Cowboys roster. I mean, we didn't change too much. Like, the only thing I want to make sure of, yeah, Jalen Tolbert is in the slot. So that's what I kind of wanted to see. So we're going to go ahead and simulate this season. We're going to see how this team does. And I'm definitely expecting another playoff season, obviously. And then hopefully this time we're actually going to win our playoff games and get to the Super Bowl. We'll see. So at the end of the season, it wasn't the record I was looking for, but we ended up going 9-8 and are still in the playoffs. So the whole NFC East made the playoffs at 9-8, which is just not realistic at all, man. 9-8 for 3 teams is not going to get into the postseason. I don't think so anyway. I guess maybe it's possible. Offense was 4th in the NFL, and then defense must have been worse. No, it was 8th in the NFL. So how do we go 9th? Dak had such a terrible year. 20 interceptions, man. Almost looked like Jameis Winston out there. Rushing wise, Zeke Elliott, 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns. Receiving, CeeDee Lamb had 1,200, and then Jalen. I was looking for Jalen. He had 1,100 yards. That's actually really cool to see. And then 900 from Michael Gallup, and then about 600 from Dalton Schultz. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had 13 from Lawrence, 6.5 from Parsons, and then you had 3 from Osa, and then 3 from Sam Williams, 2 from Jayon Brown, 1.5 from Derek Nottie, and then 1.5. All right, and then interceptions, if we take a real quick look, we had 3 from Trayvon Diggs, 2 from Adrian Amos. Well, let's get into this playoff game, shall we? Going up against the 12-5 Green Bay Packers, which that means Mike McCarthy is here returning to Lambeau, which he's going to be doing this season in real life, which will be fun. I think that's going to happen week 10, but it's be the first time we've seen it. Mike McCarthy headed to Lambeau to face his former quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Can we get the best of the Packers? The Packers always seem to get the best of the Cowboys. So let's see what happens. We are going to go down 7-0. So not a good start. And we're going to tie it up, though. 7-7. So that's looking good so far. The only thing that's missing is snow and a very cold game here, which is usually what the case is in Lambeau at this time of the year. But we are down 2 possessions already. And, man, I'm telling you, bro, I told you, man. Like, the Cowboys are unstoppable when I play against them in like literally every playoff game I face them in. But when I take them over, it's just like we suck. I don't know what it is. So we're at the 20-yard line, and actually we low-key have a chance to take the lead here. So you already know what your boy's going to try to do. He's going to come in and try to take this lead. They're going to play deep, which actually works out for me because I could throw Tolbert on this go route. And never mind. I'm just going to throw Dalton Schultz. I don't know if he'll be able to beat this. Nah, he wasn't able to. Damn. That's fine. It's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, and we're going to try to drive downfield and get this win, shall we? I don't know how well this is going to go. I don't even know what play I just clicked, but play action read is actually fine here because, like I said, they're playing deep. So I have the middle of the field just like wide open. So Dalton Schultz is going to be there. So I'm going to secure never mind. Just wasn't fast. And that linebacker's just out here clamping me up. That might be Quay Walker. I don't know. They're still playing deep, man 3 deep, and this time I might have CeeDee Lamb or Gallup over the top. I'm gonna probably throw the CeeDee Lamb though, because Gallup does have Jair on him, which he just got extended yesterday. And actually, I don't have anybody open, bro. No one's open. That's 4th down. We need a 1st down, but literally nobody was open there, I don't think. Unless if I just didn't see them, but man, it did not look like it. So CeeDee Lamb or Michael Gallup has to get open on this slant route. Let's see if that is the case. I think I'm going to have CeeDee Lamb here. I, in fact, do. And, of course, he drops it. Nice. I should have just possessioned it, but that is the game. All right. Well, that is unfortunate. Let's run it back another time, shall we? Certainly 3rd time will be the charm, right? I mean, this honestly is our window. This has got to be like our last chance. If we can't get it this year, then we should honestly just chalk it up to we're not getting it done. So we got quite a bit of free agents, but of course, none other than Adrian Amos and Tony Pollard being the most important, potentially even Malik Hooker. But Adrian Amos, I mean, I traded a lot of draft capital to get him. So yeah, I definitely want Adrian Amos back from the Green Bay Packers. And of course, he's going to test free agency. Franchise tag would cost a little too much. Tony Pollard, I'm going to bring back as well. And then Malik Hooker, I'm going to wait and see if there's something better in free agency for him. And then Jaron Kearse, I'm fine with just letting go. Donovan Wilson, same thing. And then Terrence Steele, yeah, I'm fine with that too. So we're not going to have a ton of money in free agency, but that might lead to me to doing something that not sure I'm going to want to do, but I might just do it. We'll see. Let's first and foremost try to get Adrian Amos back. That was definitely like my #1 priority here, and he did not sign that contract. He only has 1 offer, but we gave up capital to get him, like I said. So definitely would love to have Adrian Amos back. So let's see if that will be the case. We are his #1 offer, so hopefully he plans on accepting that. Free safeties though. Darnell Savage, and then we got Nasir Adderley, who's superstar dev. But Darnell Savage and Adrian Amos played together, and they're both a good scheme fit. So they're familiar with each other. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get Darnell Savage on top of this. So 115 total points. Boom, we got that taken care of. So safety duos should be taken care of. Corners, we don't need to worry about. And then middle linebackers. Linebackers is good. We don't need to worry about linebackers. But let's go to our lineup. And I know we lost a couple offensive linemen, I believe. So let's see where that needs to improve. You need a right tackle. And then Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard are back. And then wide receiver, tight end's fine. Okay. Defensively, though, we got Parsons. DeMarcus Lawrence went up to superstar dev. Alfred Collins is, or superstar X Factor. Collins is superstar development. But safety core is where we're kind of lacking. So, yeah, if we can get those 2 safeties, that would be fantastic. And then offensive line, if there's a right tackle out here that's going to be able to be signed for cheap, sign me up, because that's who I'm going to want. So let's see if that is the case. We have about not that much money left to spend. So let's see. Right tackle, George Font, who has no offers. We got AJ Cann, Matt Paradis, and then Elton Jenkins. And I'm going to be honest, we have Andre Dillard. So I kind of want Elgton, or however you say his damn name, and then James. Yeah, there's nobody that good out here. So we might just go George Font and call it good, because he doesn't have any other offers. So I'm going to offer George Font a contract. He'll be my right tackle for the year, and we're going to have to call it good. I would have loved Jenkins, but if I can get Adrian Amos and Darnell Savage here, I'm going to be feeling pretty good about that. And then we'll have pretty much the Green Bay Packers safety core here in Dallas. So we have those guys, which is great. Font is here, and then Adrian Amos is back. So that's all looking good. We improved the offensive line. We improved our safeties. So now it's just a matter of seeing what Alfred Collins and DeMarcus Lawrence can do. Michael Parsons. So we're going to be running this back a 3rd year. So hopefully this is the year we can get it all done. Do I start Alfred Collins? I mean, they're probably going to want to start him anyway. Yeah, so Alfred Collins is going to start over Sam Williams, I guess. I mean, he is superstar dev, so I guess I can't argue with that. My corners could be better, obviously, but, I mean, they're going to have to do. Unless I'm going to cut Ezekiel Elliott, which I'm going to try not to do that because he's a 96 overall. So, it's going to leave this the way it is, man. We're going to run it back again. 3rd time is hopefully going to be the charm. I told you, though, boys, whenever I take over the Dallas Cowboys, it was going to be a disaster. I kind of figured that was going to be the case. Feels like every time I play them, though, they're overpowered. But of course, as soon as I take them over, they're terrible. Story of my life. So at the end of this 3rd and final season, we went 12-5 and won our division once again. We get to play against the Giants in round 1, which the Cowboys own the Giants. So can we get it done is the question. Offense was 3rd in the NFL. Defense, let's see if it was top 10. It's been top 10, really, but it doesn't show me this time. But that looks like it might have been a top 10 defense. Let's see. Defensively, pass yards, we were up there. So pass yard, actually, we were up, wait, for worse? Oh, no, we were good. Okay. So pretty good defense as well. Although it wasn't showing me exactly what rank we were. But offense, Dak 30 and 15. Rushing wise, Ezekiel Elliott has been freaking fantastic. So I'm kind of glad I didn't cut him, obviously. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Jalen all did their thing. Jalen is still normal dev. I was kind of wondering if that changed. But defensively, sacks wise, we had 11.5 from my boy Michael Parsons, 8 from Derek Nottie, 8 from Lawrence, 6.5 from Collins. So defense was definitely wreaking havoc on some quarterbacks, which is what we love to see. Trayvon Diggs, although it's not 12 interceptions, he still did get 4, which is cool to see. But let's get in to this playoff game going up against the New York Giants. Like I said, man, if we end up losing this game, then it's chalked. I will upload it and I will prove a point where I will tell you. And then it looks like Daniel Jones is no longer starting, but I will prove this point where Madden does not like me for some reason. But let's get into this game, man. Hopefully I don't have to worry about that. We come out and just kill the Giants. And we're up 7-0, start things off. Giants respond with a field goal, and we're going to be up 14-3. So that's a solid start for once in our playoff game lives. 21-10. And can we go up 28-10? We do. And Giants are going to respond. So, I mean, we're not out of the doghouse just yet. We get an interception. Now we're 16-35. So things are on the up and up. Yeah, we've dropped 42. There's no way we blow this lead. We are looking good. We're about to drop 50 on the Giants here. And we may not drop 50. We dropped 49, though. So we'll take that. And we finally won a damn playoff game. It took till the third season to do it, but I will take it. Let's see what we get to play in the divisional round. What a good start to this playoff run. So back in AT&T Stadium here in the divisional round, and we get to play the Atlanta Falcons of all teams, which the Cowboys have kind of killed the Falcons lately as well in the last 2 matchups. So hopefully we end up doing it again. I think the last time the Cowboys and the Falcons played, the Falcons didn't put up a single score, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. And then like the game before that, the Cowboys came up from like a big comeback on the Falcons. And I believe that was like one of the last games Dak Prescott played before he got injured, if my memory serves me right. But we're up 17-9, 24-9, and then we got the Falcons definitely putting up a fight here. I have no idea who their quarterback is right now. Hopefully it's like Desmond Ridder. That would be kind of cool if that's who's playing right now. We end up beating them 22-31. Actually curious to see who was starting at QB for them, and it was Desmond Ridder. So shout out to Desmond Ridder, but we take them out and we're going to the NFC Championship. Let's go. So it is now NFC Championship time, and honestly, boys, yeah, I was about to tell you, we're playing Tom Brady and the Panthers. So we have Tom Brady and Christian McCaffrey in the backfield, which kind of sounds scary, but we'll see what happens, man. The Panthers are not going to be easy. I believe they also went like 14-3. We start off with the football and they get a stop, and now we're up 7-0. So that's a good start where my controller batteries are low, so that's not good. But 7-14, and I think the Panthers might be coming and taking down our reign, I guess. Oh boy, it is what it is, man. Like, why am I surprised, bro? I'm not surprised. Like, Madden does not like me, and I have fully come to accept that. 21-49, and I get the ball back at 35 seconds left. You know what? I'm going to come out here, and I'm going to score a touchdown, and I'm going to just tell Madden to go kick rocks, because this is ridiculous, man. How do I not win this game? It is Tom Brady and the Panthers are actually really solid, so kind of unfortunate circumstances there that looks like I might have PI, but this is going to get intercepted probably. No, it's out of reach. So I don't know if that's pass interference. I think it was. It looked like it. Holding. No, that was holding on me. So never mind. All right. So Tyler Smith, our first round pick, gets holding real quick. Okay. Not good there, but that's all right. PA crossers. Let's see if we can get CeeDee Lamb wide open. Maybe even Jalen gets open here. Let's see what we got. So we got nobody blitzing me, which is a good sign. I'm going to have CeeDee Lamb wide open. So I'm going to throw that to CeeDee Lamb. And they're going to call that out of bounds, of course. I did everything possible to make sure he didn't hit the out of bounds line, and he still did. Actually, they're reviewing it, so maybe they're going to give it to me. And they gave it to me. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Madden. For once in your life, you're treating me good. I love it. All right. Let's go to 4 verts, and let's try to get a touchdown with Dalton Schultz. He's going to have a wide open midfield, it looks like, hopefully anyway, because they're going to bring the heat. Yep, they are. They're going to bring the heat, so I'm going to have Dalton Schultz. What? Not wide open, but I will take that. And that's going to be... Oh, I almost broke that tackle. So 14 seconds left. We're going to call a timeout, and we're going to put up some points and call this video good, I guess, man. It is what it is. We lost. I mean, I'm going to accept it. So they overload. Blitz me that time. I'm going to hopefully throw this to CeeDee Lamb for the touchdown. If not, Jalen Tolbert underneath. But I think I'm going to have CeeDee Lamb wide open for this touchdown. And just like that, we score, boys. I'm going to call it good after that. So, yeah, Madden does not like me. We lose the Dallas Cowboys. Feels like every time I play, Obviously, in the playoffs, the Cowboys kick my ass, but when I'm the Cowboys, we get our ass kicked. So it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.